Hey guys, excuse the Just Cause 2 gameplay, I just need to have something in the background whilst I am talking. The point at hand today, right now, fanboys, get a new pair of underwears, we're ready. J.J Abrams is directing Star Wars VII. Yes, J.J Abrams. You may know him from a movie called Star Trek, he kind of directed it. And that's why this is so important. He did do an amazing job with Star Trek. And J.J Abrams is undoubtedly one of the best directors right now, like living on this planet. And I have full faith in him creating the best Star Wars movie that could have possibly been created. The thing that worries me is the fanboys. Now, if you've ever gone to any convention, then you know that there's people called Trekkies and fans of Star Wars. Do they have a name? I don't know. I'm neutral. I'm on both sides. And all I see from this is just a huge war. I mean, honestly, it's like, think of Jar Jar Binks at the end of Star Wars Episode 3 coming out after the credits, taking off his head, and it was William Shatner laughing, saying checkmate. Just picture that for 1 second. that's kind of how the fanboys would envision this. Their master is going into a new realm. And now, you know, I'm not trying to be rude to any of the Trekkies, but I'm just saying, I mean, some people will definitely take it that way. And they have to realize that this is just a director. I mean, obviously, if I would have been working for the Star Trek films and I would have been doing the contract that J.J. Abrams would have had to sign, the first thing I would have done is rule number 1, don't talk about Star Wars. That's probably the first thing I would say, because they are two competing sort of forms of media, if that makes any sense. And they always have been, but still, that's all I could think of. I could seriously just think of, next time when I go to a convention, there'll be like one side of the room filled with all Star Wars fans, the other side filled with Trekkies, and then one person's just gonna scream, "God!" and then the other person will just scream like a Wookiee sort of like Chewbacca growl, which I'm not gonna do that. I don't even want to try. But and then they just go rushing towards each other. The Trekkies have their phasers. The Star Wars fans have their lightsabers. I just see that, and it's kind of funny. Don't get me wrong. The movie is gonna be amazing, like I said before. And don't get me wrong. I don't hate Trekkies and I don't hate Star Wars fans. But the big picture here is that this is gonna be a very controversial subject. And I mean, if you see a lot of press about this, if you see a lot of arguments, don't just go, wow, this is stupid. You have to have an open mind about this. The reason I'm making the video is just, yeah, you guys have to have an open mind, because I'm sure I'm not going to be the first one to say that this is controversial. I'm sure thousands of people already said this so far in the past, it's been 30 minutes since it's been announced. But, you know, that's just the fact of the matter. And I just like doing circles around here. But, yeah, so what are your thoughts? Do you think someone could have done it better? I mean, really, J.J. Abrams did show he could really do space amazingly. He could do fantasy or sci-fi, whatever you want to call it, amazingly with Star Trek, like I said before. They could have very easily gotten James Wan. If you don't know James Wan, I think he did the Step Up movies, he did G.I. Joe, and he pretty much works with Hasbro for the most part. And it could have just been a cash grab, sort of last-minute sort of thing. But no, they got the best of the best that they possibly could have gotten. I don't think there is someone that could have done it better, in my opinion. You could argue that maybe Joss Whedon or someone, but I think J.J. Abrams does show the potential, and even though that is a controversial sort of thing, it's going to be good in the end, and the movie's going to be awesome. I hope you thought that this video was awesome. If you did,
subscribe please. I would like a subscribe, and then you could like the video. And I don't know, I'm talking like this. Sorry.